So I was just going on my merry way, and I started working on my new switch panel that I built, and I was like, well, dang it, I'm not even recording it. I was just going to power through, get it done, get it all hooked up, and then show you guys the after. But then I thought, you know, people are probably going to want to know what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. So I'm making a video now. So I'm kind of going in reverse and then showing you along of what I'm doing. Sorry, I've had a couple of these already, but I'm all glazed hammed and hot and sweaty. It's like about 92 degrees here now. But we'll go ahead and I'll show you what I'm doing. So I'm going to start off by just showing you what I built. So this is the panel that I built that's going to attach to the little cubby hole in the center console. This is just something that I bent up, and then I CNC plasma cut it out. It's all one piece, so it's bent here, and then it's TIG welded here and here, just like this. And then, well, I already pop riveted this on, but I'm gonna remove it, you know, before I paint it. But this is just a little like a little piece of C-channel with a little hem edge here and a hem edge here. And then this actually used to sit on the plastic piece of the cubby hole, but this is what I click my radio on. I'm just using a rugged radio with an extended battery, and then the extended antenna, and then this just goes right on there. And then I hook up my harness, which I'm actually thinking about cleaning up a little bit, but this harness goes in there, and then, you know, this clicks to your helmet. But what I'm going for is it's going to sit something like that, and then I'm going to have some switches up here, which I have a whole bag of those little switches right here for, like, you know, whatever you want to do. I'm mostly just doing this for, like, light bar and lighted whip and, you know, miscellaneous stuff. So I'll just show you what I'm doing here. Sorry, this is kind of a half-assed video. I didn't plan on filming this. I was just going to do it. And, well, here we are. Hopefully you enjoy this. So this design is kind of close to ones that you can buy online, so you can search for them. But this is like my own rendition of what I've created. So I'll go ahead and set this up in the center console so you can see kind of what I'm doing here. But this sits up here just like that. Now we got the contrast of the sun and everything, but it sits up there, and then you pop rivet to the black cubby hole just like that, and then it sits here just like that. I mean, once I screw it on here, and I'm just one-handing it, but you get the point of how it looks. But you can drill holes here, and then you can, before you mount that, you just drill holes in here, and you can run your wires through there, and then put your switches on the front side of here, and voila, you got some good pieces. But if you're kind of interested in one of these, I'm not sure if I'm going to sell them or not, but you could DM me on Instagram or find me on Facebook. I'll put you know, all the contact information about getting one of these. But yeah, let's keep on keeping on. But we have this clip here where the radio clips onto here, using this clip here. And then, so that clips there, and then I have this 3/4 inch hole where these wires are actually going to feed through. Yeah, you wonder how I'm going to get it through. I'll show you here in a second. But those wires are going to feed through there, and also it's, you know, it's metal, so it's sharp, and then over time it's going to wear down these wires. So you want to put like a 3/4 inch rubber grommet here on the hole so that it protects the wires. But these wires will go through that hole so that we can have this rat nest of wires hidden underneath you know, like this, but I'll feed them all through and then show you what we're working with. Okay, so there's the hole. We have our harness. That's a 3/4 inch hole, and you're probably wondering how we're going to fit that through. But all I do is just stick the plug just like that, and then you're able to, you kind of just push it through that hole, and voila, just like that. If you have a koozie, this is a little bit of added protection, so we'll go ahead, I'll show you that. So we'll take this off the clip, and then I just take the koozie. It's hard to do one-handed, so let me, bear with me for a second. Put the koozie there, and then put it on just, you know, like a little sleeping bag or blanket, and then we clip it right on here on the clip, and then look at that. Little added protection to the radio. But now we're going to work on doing the toggle switches, which I think we're going to probably put 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like right here, for lights, light bar, whip, stuff like that, whatever we want to do. We're going to have a couple extra so that we can have those to connect to, and then yeah, but these are the switches that I'm using. They're pretty inexpensive. I'll put a link down below for these on Amazon, and same thing for the radio or whatever I'm using, I'll put down below so that you can find it, a description or where to buy it or whatever, just so that you can know what I'm using. But we're going to go ahead and lay out the holes and drill those, and then we'll be able to put our switches in. So I went ahead and I drilled 7/8 holes for each toggle switch, and then I just I came down 1 inch, and then over 1 inch, and then 1 inch on center for each switch. So now what I'm going to do is just drill a 7/8 hole in the side so that this fits through, and then I'll put a rubber grommet on that hole, slide this through. This will come through to connect to my helmet kit.
Day 2.
As you can see, I'm sorry, but I went ahead, painted it without you guys. It's all dry. It's ready to work with. It's a lot better than I can have it all dry, and then we can start filming with it and start working with it. So now it's time to actually put it all together and get it mounted up and do some wiring. Now my intention is just to show you briefly what I've done. I'm not doing like a DIY how to wire all your stuff up, but if you're interested in that, maybe comment down below and I'll show you exactly what I've done. But I'm going to go ahead and take this off, and then take off the front, all that, so that I have access for all the wiring and everything, and then we'll start getting that done. Now I worked a little bit forward, so don't get confused, but I've already ran the wires for this switch and this switch. I just wanted to test it out and everything. But there's the hole that I drilled. It's probably going to have to be drilled out a lot bigger because it's not going to fit too many wires through there. But just so you can see, there you go. Here's a little rundown of everything that I'm using. I have this fuse box, and I have some relays. And then I also picked up the rubber grommets that are going to go right in here and right on the side. So those, I already test fitted it. They fit freaking perfect. Now these relays, you get 5 of these relays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 of these relays for $10. So that's a good deal. I'll put a link down in the description if you want to pick up some relays. And they have these harnesses which make it real easy, and they're all labeled and everything. Freaking awesome. And then also the same with the fuse box. That was I think $10. It's good to have that, and it has a power for that powers the entire box, and then you just feed off of each thing, and there you go. Nice, simple, easy. There we go. We got the grommets installed. They look good. Now we have a nice clean hole that's not going to cut up the wires. We got it also on here on the side. Now we're just going to install the little clip thing for the radio, and then we can put the switch in there, and then we can actually mount this up on the inside of the YXZ.
A few moments later.
Okay, well, I was just testing it all out. I got it all wired up. It's just in here. It's all ghetto rigged just to make sure that it works, and it works now. Where's my switch? So here's my switch. Flip that on. We got our light bar. Turn it off, on, on. We're good to go right there. So now I'm going to try and explain without being too confusing of what I did to get the power and the fuse box and the relay to work. So here we have the relay, and then we have, this is the box for the, I think this is like the Bluetooth controller or whatever, like that, you know, it's the brain of the operation basically. So this has just a positive and a negative that comes off of here, which snakes here, which I have it grounded to the negative on the battery, and then it goes, the positive goes to the yellow wire on the relay, okay, and then the white wire goes to the switch, and then we have another wire which is the power wire for the relay, which goes over here to the power, which this would be just like putting it to straight to the positive on the battery, but we have a fuse in here now. Okay, now let me think about this for a second. We have, it's a 5-pin, so this one doesn't actually do anything for us, for our application, so you could also go with a 4-pin relay. Now, so we got the power out of the way, we got the switch, and then we got this power. So now, going to the switch, we have our switch, our toggle switch, right? Now this has 3 posts, so if I want the light to work, I just hook this up to like an ACC light, something, you know, like your headlights or whatever, and then you'll get the light that actually turns on right here, but I haven't done that yet. So here we have basically the current of positive that goes through here, and then once you hit the switch, that makes it turn on. So we have the other, the one side hooks to the relay, which I just showed you, which is right here, and then the other side connects to also this side of the fuse box, so that it's also fused, so that you don't have any fires, and if anything happens, it blows the fuse rather than burns down your YXZ or whatever you're doing. So I don't know, maybe all you Razor guys out there are not putting fuses in your shit or something, I don't know, but seems to be the trend of burning down. I don't know, it's an ongoing joke. I don't know really the basics of it, but I thought I'd throw that in there just to, you know, a little poke the beehive, poke the beehive. So now that I got it all figured out, I'm going to straighten everything up. I'm going to put on wire connectors and everything like that, just like I have on these. See how I have the wire connector, and then I have the heat shrink and everything to make it legit. I don't know if I mentioned it, but for now, since it's just one switch and there's only 2 wires going up to the switch, I'm just going to run it up here for now, up here, and then through there, through the top hole of the cover. That way it's easy, and then I'll just put like a little wire loom plastic dealie over it to help protect it. But for now, that's what I'm going to do. Well, we got it all back together. You guys ready to see it? Whew. There it is. We got this little bit of sun glare kind of screwing up our shot. Try and block it with my hand. But there you go. We have our radio set up. We got it bolted on. We got the switch. The switch is working. We're using this switch here. Booyah! Look at that. She's working good. Off. Off. And there you go. That's how I did my setup. Now I think the next thing that I'm actually going to add is a RAM mount right here for GPS for my phone or iPad or whatever I decide, a tablet or something, but I'm going to mount it right here, and then it'll come out right here, and then I'll have booyah, like something like right about there, you know, can move it all around and whatever, And then just to show you how I have my radio set up, here's the cord that comes out of the side, and then this plugs right into your my helmet, just like that. And then I have my button set up right here so you can talk. So you push that and talk. Talk, 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 talk. But I just have it wrapped around once right there, and then you have the Velcro that holds it onto here, and then there's your connection to your radio, and you're all set and good to go. Oh, I almost forgot. I got my little protective thingy that goes right up on here, like that. And then now it's complete. Alright, well, hopefully you enjoyed that little bit of insight on what I did. I wasn't really sure if I should make a video about that or not, just because I made the switch panel by myself, and I don't know, I was just figured maybe other people, I don't know what I'm trying to say. But anyways, hopefully this helped you out. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe to the channel if this is something that you enjoy and want to follow along on my journey and learn some things on the way. And also, you know, I do writing videos also. That's another thing that I was like, do I do this video or do I not? But I guess maybe everything that I do to the YXZ I'll continue to film, even though it's not like a writing video or anything. It's more of like a tutorial, even though this wasn't like a tutorial, but in a way it was. Anyways, thanks for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Like it. Yeah, I know I already said that. I already went through that. Anyways, thanks for watching. Peace out.